Good Sunday morning. Welcome to the channel, guys. Thought I'd talk about 3 tanks in my living room. I don't really have display tanks. They're all working tanks, but the fish room is really a workshop. This is a 29-gallon high. I've got a lot of floating plants up there, and I can't remember the name of that one particular plant right now, but it's getting out of control, plus all the duckweed up there. This is King, my largest male angel, and female he chose, I just call her Queen. They do eggs. I haven't had a chance to pull them out, which I need to because the snails get to them, and so I'm trying that here, hopefully today. Little B-roll here of another camera that I've got that's underwater capable, and I wanted to try it out for this video, so we'll see what we can catch and what it looks like. But what else can I tell you about this tank other than I'm trying to get these guys to put some beautiful fish out for me, and they're working on it. It's been more me. There's a shot of the camera there. That's what you're looking at. I don't think the feed is synced up though, so you might notice that. Do have plenty of runners here on the dwarf sage in that tank. At least half of it's carpeted. Keep it at 80 degrees. Water is RO, pH neutral. So I love this tank. You can see I sprayed the back of it when I first started setting it up. I used Flex Seal on the outside. And obviously I missed because you can see some light coming through. I should have probably done another coat of that. I've got a Zis fluidized filter back there. I think you just saw it. And yeah, it's going on April. And if you're looking past the tank and the slate, Christmas tree still up. Normally we let it go till February, but I guess we're just being lazier this year. Eventually that should come down soon, I think. I don't know. Let me know. Should we just keep it up? It's already up. We won't have to worry about it come late November or early December. So yeah, so here's the underwater camera at work now. I guess no more B-roll. Put it on the main cam here, main shot. And I'm using a 3 horsepower external water pump to do this. It's I had to break down and get one with all the tanks. It just makes things a lot easier. I mean, if I have to vacuum, it's different. I go to the Python, but I really can't vacuum these tanks. I mean, this one's a dirty tank, so I don't really do a lot of vacuuming anyways, and I couldn't, even if I wanted to here. It's just not gonna work because, again, I got a 25-foot Python, and there's not a sink within 25 feet that I can drain to properly. So even the rest of the tanks, the other 2 that I'm going to show you, I don't vacuum them. I do water change though, and I do it with this pump. And you can see I've sped up the camera. The water level is lowering. I think I did maybe a 20% change on this. And obviously everything's dropping, and now we can't see anything. This is a cool shot here, and it really gives you an insight as to what the fish are experiencing. I think when I saw this, I'd be scared too if I was a fish in this tank, and all of a sudden this nice cover is just getting intruded, impeded by those hands. That's kind of scary, actually. But it had to be done. I just grabbed all of this plant stuff out. It was just getting in the way, and I thought this will remove some of the duckweed too that just hangs on to the plant. I'm gonna take it out. So it's one way. Really, it was about getting the duckweed out. But I thought I'm just gonna get these plants out. So pull them out, and then I'm gonna go in with a net and just net as much of this duckweed that I can get out of the tank. I like the duckweed. I mean, as far as, you know, controlling ammonia levels and all that good stuff, it's great. But man, can it take over this tank. And it does. So once I get most of it out, I probably won't have that much in there. It'll be at least, oh man, good 3 months, I bet, before it gets anywhere close to where it's at now. I haven't really been too worried about the duckweed, but it's gotten out of control. I want the dwarf sage there to get a little bit more light. And believe it or not, I actually have a lily pad rhizome in there. And that's really all that's left is the rhizome. And I'm thinking I would like to get that going again, but it seems like I probably need more light. I don't know. Lily pads do well in dark water anyway. You always see the pads floating at the top. So again, it was just a 20% water change here, and I'm just pouring in RO. And I don't even think I get these tanks filled up, this one and the next one I'm going to show you, all the way up, because I was a little short on my RO. But the fish are doing great in here. They don't really seem to mind. In fact, I'm sure they appreciate it. They can probably feel the new water coming in on all kinds of levels. And there they are. It's pretty funny actually, because they started laying eggs literally within hours after this water change. They're just cleaning the slate here, but literally within hours I got eggs. So that was kind of cool. And I've got eggs. Now these are my black angels. My wife's named them. The black one there is the male, and I named him, or actually my wife named him Biggie, and named the female Faith, which I guess is Biggie Small's baby mama. So that's what they're called, Biggie and Faith. And these guys are awesome. They make everything really easy. They just parent their own. This is a shot of them with Fry, showing off that they can parent their own. Check it out. Spitting them out, putting them in my face. Don't take our kids away. Alright, so back to the B-roll they go, and then this the main shot is them currently. And you can see that they're real protective right now, and they're kind of hitting the glass. It's mainly because there's eggs on the slate. Like I said, they're really good about parenting their own. But I'm going to pull the eggs on this one. Maybe they know that. What else can I tell you? This is a shot of a small clutch they put out last time. And this is a 10-gallon tank. Some guppy grass in the fish room. It's a really cool tank. Dwarf sage in there as well. I might stick, I've got a bunch of runners of some sword plant that I have. Actually, I got a couple of sword plants with runners on them. And I think I'm going to put a couple in here since it's planted. But just wanted to give you a shot of some of the fry that they put out. I'm growing these guys out right now currently. And they're all going to be looking really cool once they get big. And I'll eventually put them in to a 55 if I still have them. I mean, I'm going to grow them out. And they're pretty cool. They come up to the, they know when it's feeding time. That guy's there. He wasn't shy. Some of them are shy. So back to the tank. I'm because they can parent, it's cool, but I think I left the last clutch in too long, and the next thing you know, they got to the size where these parents didn't want to deal with them anymore and started picking them off. And that's why that clutch was small. So that's why I'm going to pull the eggs. So let's go to my 10-gallon here. This 10-gallon is sitting on top of a mini fridge that needs to be refilled with beverages. This is a good time for me to tell you to go ahead and subscribe, like, do all that good stuff. Help me grow this channel. I want to get 100 subscribers, and I need your help, peeps. I need you guys to interact. I need you to go ahead and like it, comment it, all that good stuff. So I had guppies in this 10-gallon tank, and all male guppies originally, and I had a bunch of them. I'll show you a little shot here of what happened to them in a second. And now I've got females and males. Some females do need to get cold. Their spine's not looking too good. You'll notice them. And there's a B-roll of the underwater camera here on this one. So clearly what I need to do is just pull this hair algae out. I don't need to, but it's in the living room. It should probably look nicer. But I do like it. If you check out Lucas Brett, he's got no problem growing an algae farm in any of his tanks if he wants to. So here's a main shot of the underwater camera. I think at this point I've pulled hair algae out, and I'm just waiting for the water to clear, and then I'm just going to top it off. I think maybe I did a little 20% change on this as well. But yeah, I had a lot of male guppies, and I put them in a store, and the tank's been pretty much depleted and just there. I finally put some females in, and I've got some babies, you may have noticed. So what I like to do is try to reestablish my colony and get a whole bunch out, and then of course go through the whole separation process, see what I got. But I call these guys, I call them males, actually I call these, they're mutts, but I call them Texas Metal Fire. And you can see which ones are mine. It's not any of the ones with the black tails. This is me dumping in like 6 bags worth. I think I did like, actually not 6, maybe 3. I did like 30, 35, 40 males in this tank at this store. And if I'd have known, I'd have brought some Windex and a paper towel and wiped down the front of that glass so I could get a better shot. So maybe next time. Man, I'm feeling rushed through here. So I'm back at Biggie and Faith's tank. I think here I just wanted to show you what I'm using there. A little bucket, and there's that pump. Using a 3 horsepower pump. I think I mentioned it. External pump. Take the water out. Again, it's hard to vacuum that stuff. I'm going to have to net that out if I want to get any of that stuff down there at the bottom. I would do substrate, but again, you know, we're talking about vacuuming, and it's hard to do that here in the living room. I do have another tank that I want to put in the living room, speaking of display tanks, and that's that 30, I think it's a 30 gallon bow front. I have to double check that. I'll put a link on the deal, on the video I made for that, because it's a part 1. I need to get part 2 going, and I would love to have that tank here. So as you can see, I got everything out of the tank above here with King, these beautiful fish. And I'm just going to let all that settle. And again, they're just cleaning, and they're about to put eggs down, because I know, because I've already taken the slate out. This was a couple of days ago, obviously, but I'm actually doing the voiceover today. That's why I'm able to tell you good morning. Thought I'd get a cool shot there. Normally they're not as aggressive with me when I approach the tank. In fact, when I approach the tank with a canister of fish food, they seem to know. They seem to know it, and they wag their bodies left and right. Very happy looking, ready to greet me and ready to eat. But if I don't have it, and they've got eggs, it's a different approach altogether. So yeah, it's a pretty simple tank. Again, I need to top it off. I ran out of some RO. And they eventually moved those eggs onto that sponge filter that you see right behind this fluidized K1. All the eggs were there. I pulled that one sponge off. And yeah, I put that in the tank in the fish room. So I should have a bunch, and I'll be able to maximize that clutch. Alright, back to the 10. You can see I've already pulled out all the hair algae. Nothing extravagant to show you there. It all comes up really quickly, really easily. And I just topped it off, and I'm letting the filter do the work. Give you a shot of the underwater camera there as well. I think I removed it here in this clip. But you can see maybe 20-30 minutes has gone by. It's clearing up already, and you can see how desolate the tank is. I need to clean the back glass there, but it's alright. Anyway, I wanted to show you all this. Help me out, folks. Like and subscribe. Spread the word. Let's get this up to 200 subscribers. That's my goal. That's what I'm shooting for. We'll see you in the next one. Appreciate you spending some time with me this morning. You guys have a great Sunday.